Joining us on WHKY-TV News, we're very pleased to welcome Ronnie Lott, NFL Hall of Famer. Ronnie, thank you for stopping by to talk to us.
Thank you. I really appreciate the opportunity.
Well, you're here at Lenoir-Rhyne University. I guess I should have opened with that. We're at Lenoir-Rhyne University, and this is not an unfamiliar place for you. The Heavy Hitter Award is named in your honor. Talk about what an honor that is for you.
Well, it's an incredible honor, and I think the reason why is that you're finding that young men are understanding why we all make sacrifices. I'm clearly, in my life, when I look back at all the sacrifices that I made and the things that I had to do to play the game of football, it really impacted my life. It allowed me to understand that there's something bigger than myself. And I think one of the great things for these kids is that they get to know that there's something bigger than themselves. So, yeah, I'm very excited to be able to come back every year and talk about the Heavy Hitter Award.
Now, the Heavy Hitter Award is, of course, it's about achievement on the field each week, but there's a bigger component to that, as you just alluded to. It talks about community involvement. Talk about how that is important to you.
Well, it's important to me because, again, serving others is what we always need to do. My dad does it. My mom does it. I think what we see, and I have some friends that are here today that will tell you that they do it all the time here at Lenoir-Rhyne. One of the great things that I do know about people is that you get more rewards when you serve others. You get more out of life when you serve others. You feel like you have a sense of purpose when you serve others. So to me, just knowing what I know, I would much rather them be great citizens than great football players.
You look at these kids, and you'll be talking to them here a few minutes after we do this interview, and what does it do for you to have the opportunity, because of course you were a college football player many years ago at USC, but you get to spend time around these kids as they're at that stage of their life. What does that mean to you, and what kind of message do you try to give to these kids?
Well, first of all, it means a lot to me because at my life right now and what I've been able to do and what I've been able to be around is I have moments like this. I still have moments like this. I still sit with Mean Joe Green. I sit with Jim Brown. I sit with those guys and I talk to them, and the reason I ask them questions is because I want to know what life's about. I want to always understand how they feel. And so being able to talk to these young men and being able to let them know that they matter, being able to let them know that you care for them, and more importantly, being able to let them know that, there's a sense of excellence that they can have in their life. And I think that what I've learned throughout all my journey is that just keep trying. Keep trying to be your best. And I think that that's a great quest in life, is to find a way to try to be your best.
A four-time Super Bowl champion, so you certainly were able to achieve that. Played with some pretty big franchises in your career, with the Raiders, 49ers, of course, where the Super Bowl victories came, and the Chiefs, and of course I still have that sore spot about 1993 and 94. I was so happy when the Jets obtained you. I'm a Jets fan, but those 2 years didn't exactly work out. But when I mentioned that to you earlier, you still think back with some enthusiasm on those days during the latter part of your career.
Yes, and the reason why, because I found myself learning. And I found myself around a great coach, a great person. His name was Pete Carroll. And so one of the fascinating things about winning and losing is that you still can find yourself winning because of the fact of the people that you meet. And I always found out that in coaching, you're always learning. You're always trying to find a way to get better. And Pete Carroll, when I went to them and played for the Jets, he made me better.
Ronnie, thank you so much for taking a few minutes to join us here on WHKY once again. I know that Fentress had a chance to talk to you last year, but we appreciate you coming to Hickory. Enjoy your time here.
All right, thank you very much.
And that's Hall of Famer Ronnie Lott, NFL Hall of Famer, and we appreciate him joining us here on WHKY-TV News.